All right, let's jump right in. Comparing software version numbers. Seems pretty easy, right? I mean, it's just numbers. But what if I told you that comparing 1.2 and 1.10 is way trickier than it looks? It's a classic little puzzle that can trip up anyone. And today, we're going to pull it apart and see exactly how it works. So, here's how we're going to break it all down. First, we'll look at why this is a puzzle in the first place. Then, we'll lay out the specific rules we have to play by. After that, I'll introduce you to a really slick technique for solving it. We'll walk through an example step by step, and then finally, we'll see what it all looks like in code. Okay, so let's get right to the heart of the problem. When we see version strings, our brains want to treat them like decimal numbers. But they aren't. And that simple fact is where all the confusion starts. A simple sort just doesn't cut it. So, let's put it to the test. Just look at these two. Which one is the newer, greater version? Is it 1.2 or 1.10? Your first instinct might not be the right one, and the reason why reveals everything about how versioning really works. And this is where it gets weird. If you just ask a computer to sort these as text, it'll tell you 1.10 comes before 1.2. Why? Because it goes character by character, and after the first dot, it sees a 1 and a 2. 1 comes before 2, so it sorts it that way. But our human logic knows that version 1.10 is obviously newer than 1.2. This conflict is exactly why we need a special set of rules. So, to get this right, we have to throw out our assumptions about standard sorting. We need to follow 3 very specific rules. Think of these as the keys to correctly untangling any pair of version strings you come across. Rule number 1 is the foundation for everything. You don't look at the version as one big number. Instead, you break it up at the dots. We compare the first chunk of numbers, then the second chunk, and so on, always moving from left to right. Second, what about leading zeros, like in 1.01? Well, turns out they don't matter at all. When we look at a chunk of numbers like 01 or 001, we just treat it as its actual integer value. So 01 is just 1. 001 is also just 1. This means 1.01 and 1.001 are, for all intents and purposes, exactly the same. And the third rule is super important. What happens if the version strings have a different number of dots, like 1.0 versus 1.0.0? If one version string is shorter, you just pretend it has extra zeros on the end to match the longer one. To make that last rule really sink in, let's look at the perfect example. We're going to compare 1.0 with the much longer 1.0.0.0. And here's how it works. Thanks to Rule 3, you can just imagine 1.0 having those extra invisible dot zeros at the end. So conceptually, 1.0 is the same as 1.0.0.0. They are equal. Simple as that. All right, so we've got the rules. Now what's the most efficient way to apply them? Well, there's a fantastic algorithm for this called the two-pointer strategy. It's just a really clean, systematic way to walk through both strings at the same time. Think of it like this. You put one finger on the start of the first string and another finger on the second string. These are your pointers. You read the number chunks that your fingers are pointing to. You compare them. If they're different, boom, you're done. You have your answer. If they're the same, you just slide both fingers over to the next chunk and do it all over again. Now let's put this strategy to the test. We're going to use this two-pointer method to finally solve our original puzzle, comparing 1.2 and 1.10. Okay, round 1. Our 2 pointers start at the very beginning of each string. For 1.2, we're looking at the number 1. For 1.10, we're also looking at the number 1. So we compare them. The number from the first version is 1. The number from the second is also 1. Since 1 equals 1, it's a tie. That means we can't decide yet. We have to keep going. Since the first part was a draw, we advance both of our pointers past the first dot. Now for 1.2, our pointer is on the 2, and for 1.10, our pointer is at the start of the 10. And here it is. This is the key moment. We parse the next numbers. From version 1, we get the integer 2. From version 2, we get the integer 10, and finally we have 2 numbers that are different. Since 2 is less than 10, we can stop. We have our results. And just like that, the puzzle is solved. The result is -1, which is just programmer speak for the first thing is smaller than the second thing. So version 1.2 is officially less than version 1.10. It makes perfect sense once you follow the rules. Now, this logic works great on a whiteboard, but let's take a quick look at what this looks like when we translate it into actual code.
Okay, now don't let this block of Python scare you. It's actually doing exactly what we just walked through. This main while loop right here, that's our two-pointer engine. It keeps going as long as there's anything left to read in either string. These two little loops inside, they're just the part that reads the numbers between the dots. And this if statement, that's the comparison. If the numbers are different, it returns the answer right away. It's a perfect one-to-one translation of our logic.
So, to wrap this all up, what are the big things to remember? First, and most importantly, never, ever use a simple text comparison on version numbers. It just doesn't work. You have to parse the chunks as actual integers. The two-pointer technique is your absolute best friend for this, and always remember to treat those missing parts as if they were just zero. And that brings us to a final thoughts. We use this powerful two-pointer technique for version numbers, but its usefulness goes way beyond that. So I'll leave you with this question. What other kinds of problems that involve parsing and comparing strings could this elegant technique help you solve? It's a fantastic tool to have in your